Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere, everywhere you are in the world. Hope you had a fantastic and an amazing week, and hope your weekend is gradually unraveling into an enjoyable and relaxing one. So, welcome back to Business Analysis Simplified, where each episode is a portal to new adventures, and then we try. So, in each episode, we try to draw parallels between a business analysis concept, idea, technique, call it whatever. We try to draw a parallel between that concept and everyday living, right? We try to make it as relatable as possible. So, and this cannot be possible without my amazing partner that I'm going to pull into this discussion now. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, we already established that I am not that. Hey,
Okay.
hey.
I don't know. I just get excited every time. I don't know why, but again,
Yeah,
I guess it's just me.
I'm
It's all right.
I'm trying to be excited too, and then I realize that I cannot be excited at the same time. Try to pull you in at the same time. Try to talk to our audience. So that's a lot going on. So I was just saying hello to our audience before I pulled you in, and then I
Hmm.
went back on them again, and then I was telling them that we talk about concept ideas, business analysis concept ideas during the week, and then
Yeah.
on Saturday. You and I, in collaboration, because the draw dynamic is important, you and I try to draw parallels between that idea, that concept, and then we draw parallels between that concept and our everyday
Yeah.
living. How we
Yeah.
can apply it, because what is business analysis if we cannot apply it to our everyday living, right?
I know. Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
the topic we have for this week is, you guys, you gotta prepare your mind right now. It's gonna be a long one, but you all can comprehend it. It's called
Yeah,
business capability analysis, right?
absolutely.
The
Yeah.
key word there is capability, right? Forget the business and analysis in front and at the back. The capability, right? And so the question is, what does that actually mean for organizations, right?
Yeah.
How do organizations use the principles of business capability analysis to better their product, their operations, their processes? So what happens is, on one side, you have tangible and intangible resources,
Hmm.
right? You have your technology, you have your tools, you have your staff, you have your processes, right? On one side. And then on the other side, you have strategic
Yeah.
goals,
Yeah.
right? And then you want the capability. So the one on this side, the people on this side, or the things on this side are your capabilities in an
Hmm.
organization. And then strategic goals are on one side. However, you want those two, you want to align those two. And so aligning them is, what are the capabilities you have, and who are the capabilities that you have to achieve the strategic goals that you have for your company, right? And so what organizations do, or in the professional world, what we do is to look at what others are doing in terms
Hmm.
of the key players in the organization, in the industry, in the domain, right? Look at what they're doing, look at best practices, look at the technology, the advancement in technology, advancement in tools, right? And then pull those, right? Either purchase those or put those into projects and implement those, and then use the resources, your tangible resources, your staff, right? To
Yeah.
train on those tools, on those technology, right? To then better achieve the strategic goals that you have. So
Okay.
that's how it's done in the professional world. I'll hand it over to you and let us draw the parallels in our
Yeah.
normal everyday. You look
Okay, so guys,
fantastic, by the way. Sorry, I should have said that.
okay, now you're making me blush.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
blush, blush. Black people, do black people blush?
Uh,
Yes, please blush.
okay, I'm blushing, you just can't say it. What about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so all the grammar Ola just said, remember that this show is called Business Analysis Simplified. The idea is to make this thing so easy, so relatable. All she's trying to say is, on the one side, the organization looks at their goals, the future of the organization.
Right.
And then on the other side, they look at, where are we today? What's our present? What do we have? Who do we have? And then you have to do that check. With what I have today, with the me that I am today, am I able to achieve this goal that I have for the future me? So basically, it's comparing your present and your future and doing the gap analysis, sort of finding out, okay, what is missing? What do I have right now that can help me get to that goal? Or what do I not have that would hinder me from achieving that goal, right, Ola?
And how can I get those things? Those so you said bridge the gap, like we're bridging capability gaps right now. What don't I have that I need to have to achieve my goals, my objectives, my strategic wonder?
And this is what we say every time. I know that there's a tendency for people to say, oh, business analysis is so difficult, it's so this, it's so that. But we tell you that it's as easy as it gets. If you're living life right now, you can totally become a business analyst, because that is what we do on a daily basis. Like every January, most normal human beings, they set New Year resolutions. Those of us that are a bit abnormal,
we have a long list of New Year, new resolution, we call it, right?
That we want to achieve. Or for some people, your New Year might not be January, it could be March, depending. Maybe your birthday, like mine is May, and every May I try to plan for my next year, because my own calendar year in my mind starts in May, right? So, but the bottom line is we are all checking, we are all aspiring, we all have goals, we all have dreams, we all have visions of ourselves, our future self. And then but what we don't do is what business analysis is telling us we need to be doing, which means I know what I want to be. I know where I want to go. I know who I want to become. But the me today, can that me go on that journey? Can that me achieve that goal? What is missing from where I am right now to where I want to be?
You just hit the nail on the head. And what I generally tell people is everyone has potential, like remarkable potential within you. It's like an atomic bomb within you. Each person is carrying a bomb. This one just came to me, so I just got a revelation right now.
Let's go.
It's like each one is carrying an atomic bomb within you, but you only need to untap something, and then you blow up in the face of the world. I'll be like, oh my God, where has she been? What did she do? But again, the background is there is no instant achievement, right? Everything is work in progress. So discovering those capabilities, discovering the gaps that you have right now, and finding a way to bridge those gaps is important, because those are the things that would help you achieve your potential, like achieve the remarkable potential that you have in you. And you cannot change yourself. Okay.
No, absolutely not. So let's just talk about those capabilities. What are the capabilities that typically, as human beings, we need to begin to work on? We want to, I know we're still going to come back to the fact that, see, whatever it is, the bottom line is, this is who I am, this is who I want to become, how do I achieve it? Period. It's as simple as it gets. But when we're talking capabilities, what capabilities come to mind for you readily that you know that, oh my God, if you're ever going to go from the present me to the future me, something's got to give. We've got to get better at this.
Oh, the one that's coming to me right now is cognitive capabilities.
I know
you're gonna say drama.
Yes, drama.
It's brain. Your brain.
No, I was just saying break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, I know. And I'm saying cognitive it has to do with your mind. It has to do with your brain, right? Your brain needs activities that would make it stronger, right? You and I talked about this a while ago. That we said that the brain is elastic. Absolutely. The more you give to your brain, the more it could take, right? But you cannot stop learning. As a human being, you cannot afford to stop learning. Gone are those days that we used to play jigsaw puzzles. As mundane as those puzzles are, they help you. Yeah, like even in assembling those puzzles. So first finding the perimeter of the puzzle, because that's the way I arrange the puzzle. Finding the perimeter of the puzzle.
You go from the outer side.
Oh yes, I do. Yes, okay. I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So things as mundane as putting together a jigsaw puzzle helps your brain. It helps the problem-solving part of your brain. It helps the critical analytical part of your brain to put things together, right? So that when you're making decisions, you are weighing the pros and the cons. Because I mean, look, to talk about jigsaw puzzle, you're looking, okay, does this color match this color?
Fit?
Okay,
Yeah.
So things as little as that, or developing your hobbies, developing your even taking hobbies. So developing your hobbies, if it's music, if it's art, if it's dancing, right? Those are the kind of things that would awaken or strengthen the
brain muscles.
Your brain muscles for sure. So you want to be sure that you are engaging
dear
yourself in
friend,
this kind of
that is
activities.
one thing. We could stay on this topic till tomorrow. Like we could stay on this ability to expand your thinking. I realize that this day and age, it seems like in the world of gadgets, our thinking has been taken from us. Nobody wants to think anymore. Nobody wants to problem solve anymore. Nobody wants to, sit down and crack a difficult case, difficult issue anymore. We're all looking for already made, microwave. Just put it in the microwave, 10 seconds, it's done, right? Ready to eat. Life is not like that. You've got to be able to think your way through situations, think your way through circumstances, think your way through the present to the future.
Yeah.
These capabilities, in fact, like I said, we could stay on this forever. Think. I say that to particularly my kids when we're saying about, I'm like, okay, so what are your thoughts? They're like, I don't know. I said, that is a taboo in this house. I don't want to hear the word I don't know. And it's like a teenager thing. But not only teenagers anymore, even adults now. When you ask them something, the first thing they say, I don't know. How will you not know? You got a brain, use it.
Right.
You need to be thinking. Again, so that we stay on topic. How do we, go from where we are today to where we want to be? And I am a big advocate for apprenticeship, because I realized that back in the day, that's how we learned. Before the industrialization era, before, that's how we learned. You wanted to be a farmer, guess what? You go stay with a farmer.
Absolutely.
You wanted to be a tailor, you stayed with a tailor. In fact, you wanted to be a medical doctor, you have to go do some level of apprenticeship. You stay with a doctor.
In our days of engineering, right? You take three years of engineering, and then you spend 1 year with an industry, an engineering company,
interning,
right? To learn the field experience, to learn the on-job skills that you need, and then you go back to school, you complete it before you eventually now go to the job market. So apprenticeship, internship is big. It helps you develop your capabilities. Huge.
And again, it's going to be foolhardy. It's going to be very silly of anybody to think that you have a goal, except your goals are not big enough. My friend, if your goals are big enough, you need someone. You need someone to help you. Like you look at yourself, this is where I am right now. That is where I want to be. And my hands are really going all the way up. That is where I want to be. How do I get there?
Yeah.
Sometimes, not even sometimes, every time you have to take stock. What do I need? I need to expand my thinking. Then you read more books. Talk to intellectually or have intellectually stimulating conversations. Don't just stay with people that say,
don't just gossip. Don't just gossip and talk about people. Talk about ideas. Mind-boggling.
Exactly. You are in a marriage or you want to get married. You know yourself that I get angry like any little thing, I get upset. Any little thing, I can keep malice for 1 year, and you want to get married. You are kidding. Are you kidding me?
Right.
It will not work. So you've got to be able to take stock. Who I am. Who am I right now? Who do I want to be?
Do we go to marriage apprenticeship or what?
You've got to have mentors. You've got to have coaches. You've got to have somebody. And I say this even marriages, you've got to have a couple that you know that their lives is speaking to you. You want your life to be like this. Nobody's perfect. They still have their own time, issues and everything. But at least they're making it work. You've got to watch. You've got to, it's still apprenticeship. Because you're watching them, you're seeing how they're doing.
Right.
You must have someone that you can talk to about what's going on in your life. Somebody that can call you to order, call your spouse to order. And you guys must be able to sit together and say, okay, this is who we want to be as a couple. This is our goal. But to be able to achieve this goal, we need to be forgiving. We need to be gracious. We need to have empathy.
We need to communicate, right? We need to build effective communication.
We need to listen.
Right, active listening to one another, not listening to formulate your response, but actually listening to hear the pain, paying attention to hear what your spouse is talking about, so that you then can improve on it or take that and then see how you could make it better, right?
Absolutely.
Active listening is key. Yeah.
Even
so communication capabilities.
Parenting, the same thing. You want to have children. And you know, back we joke a lot that first-born children, that they are like sample. In my dialect, we say sample lomo. Like your parents use you to they just try things out.
Really?
And then,
that's what you said. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the first-born child then.
that you're just like the sample, free sample. Try this out, and then they try a lot of things with you. When they, at the end of the day, God help you how you turn out. Then the subsequent children, they at least they know what to do now. It doesn't have to be like that. We could have parents or couples that have children and you really like the way their kids are turning out. Talk to them, learn from them. You want to become a business analyst. You're thinking, oh my God, this is so difficult. How do I make this happen? Guess what? You've got your plug here, KDO and Ola. PMBase, talk to us. We'll help you. We'll make it happen.
To develop those capabilities, will help you develop those capabilities, those skills that you need to when you get on the job. Because it's one thing to have a certification, it's another thing to be able to perform on the job, the capability, right? That is crucial. And that is what we teach. We take you through the rudiments, we take you through the techniques, we take you through the skills, the expertise needed, even the interpersonal skills. It's coming to me right now. When we talk about social capabilities, right? You gotta be able to know how to relate, even when you get the job, right? Those are key, because you cannot be in an organization and be all by yourself. Your social capabilities is important. Your ability to be able to interact, your ability to be able to drive a conversation, right?
Absolutely.
Those are key, right? It tells your potential employer or your team members that you're intelligent, or that you are you have a very different perception, but they're unique, but they're brilliant, right?
Absolutely.
So your ability to be able to do all those interaction, social engagement is key. Your social network, right? So develop those social capabilities too, right?
Yeah, all of those is key. And then while we're on the issue of PMBase, we have a set of students ongoing currently, and come July 22nd, we're going to be having another set. So you're there, you're thinking, business analysis is calling to you, you want to change your life, you want to have a more flexible schedule, you want to earn more money, you want to get into the IT industry, and you're thinking, do I really have to go back to school? We are saying to you at pmbase.com, you don't have to go back to school to join the IT train.
Right.
You can absolutely do that by becoming a business analyst. You get to be on the job. Yeah.
And guess what? You can do it from the comfort of your home, because all of the classes are virtual. They come through to you through virtual experience, and then you learn. And then we have different facets for which you could learn. If you're auditory, we have the audio version that you can listen to, right? If you're kinesthetic, we have projects, assignments, practical project that you would have to do to actually be in that project environment where, I mean, it's like role playing, or some form of rehearsal for what happens in the professional environment, right?
Absolutely.
So we have all those kinesthetic, auditory, and visual. Right? If you're a visual learner, we'll be in class, you and I and KDO will interact, right? And then you see us, you ask questions, you ask for clarifications, and then you gain those skills, those techniques on how to implement and to use them to better organizations. So for sure, put that date, July 22nd, in your calendar, and DM KDO, DM myself. I will be there.
Absolutely. So while we're rounding this up, we want you to remember, what we want to leave with you today is as you take stock of yourself. In fact, the first half of the year is gradually but surely coming to an end, and you're going to have to take stock. January, you had some goals, you had some plans. Where are you with those things? And what we're saying is use this method to be able to say, okay, these are the things I wanted to do in January. It is June. Am I there yet? What is lacking? And once you can identify what is lacking between who you are today and who you want to be by end of year, you better start taking those steps, talking to the right people, moving in the right direction, doing the right things. And one thing is sure, if you do what is right, you will end up where you want to be. It's as simple as that. There are no magic, it's just so magical. It's one step after the other, one foot in front of the other. That's how you achieve your goals.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. So we're coming round the clock now. In fact, we're at the top of the close to where we're supposed to be rounding up. But I'm just going to leave this behind with our audience. Do not shortchange yourself. You are capable of great things. So assess the quality of life you have right now. See where the gaps are. Know what the gaps are, and begin to take steps to bridge those gaps, to develop those capabilities so that you can accomplish much more than you have right now. Okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
You have the last word for our audience before we wrap up?
You know me. My take is always, guys, you have a life ahead of you. Be intentional about it. Go live it out. It's your life. Nobody will live it for you. And you've got only one shot. One shot at life, guys. Let's make it happen.
Absolutely, 100%, guys. So we encourage you to join us in our next episode of Business Analysis Simplified, where we like to say that intelligence meets creativity and humor reigns supreme. Until then, remember to embrace the magic of intentional living. I'm going to give you the queen wave right now.
You know me, I go all over the place.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye.